G'day guys and welcome back to Kaiser Games. Today we're back in Assetto Corsa because we're checking out one of the new mods that has dropped. Well, it's not new anymore, it's a couple of weeks old, but this is the first time I've actually got around to having a go at it. It dropped on AssettoMods.com, the Australian Touring Car Championship Group C era. So what we've got on screen at the moment is Allan Moffat's RX-7. We're at Eastern Creek today because the supercars are back and they're rolling around Eastern Creek. So we're going to jump in, have a bit of a look-see at what these cars are all about. So we're going to start off with the RX-7 and we're going to make our way on from there. So let's see how it goes. Not sure about that seating position. I feel like we're in the wrong part of the seat. Can we? No. Nope. Let me just double check. Well, let's just see how we go, hey? We're definitely sitting on the wrong side of the car. They may have updated that. Let's find out. Let's just see how the car handles, hey? Oh, the brakes are a bit iffy. As they should be, I suppose. It's a 1980s car. Flat changing, not a thing. I've got to get used to that again. No torque down low in the rev range, just like a good rotary should be. Whoa, big compression lock. Big compression lock to start us off with. Have to get used to driving the older school cars again. I spent most of last night on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Whoa, whoops. Well wide. Driving the GT3 cars with my brother Matt. We're getting ready for the Octane Online Spa 6 hour. Driving a GTR. So this is a little bit different. Back to second gear. We'll just take it nice and easy through the last little section of track here. All right, let's give it a fast lap. I haven't actually tried this mod before, so this is the first time. Back to third gear. Oh, a little bit of dirt on the exit, hard on the brakes now. Back to second gear for the hairpin. Can we get it stopped? Just barely. Brakes were locking as we went through there. Feed the power. I'm going to leave it in second. We're not going to short shift because this is a rotary. And they love to rev. See if we can get through here in third. Only just. Back to second. Try not to use too much exit space through here. Now this corner is actually a lot tighter than it looks, which is why I made that mistake. It always catches me out. Lift off, just let the car float around the back of Corporate Hill. No ABS. Late apex though. Get on the power nice and early. The car just float down to the last complex. Little bit of curb on the inside. Just starting to get used to the balance of the car now. Not a lot of grip. Whoa, need an outside curve there. There you go. Hell of a lot of fun. Keep buzzing the engine too, which is less than ideal. Ah, too deep. Yeah, so that's the RX-7, the mighty RX-7 that Allan Moffat made so famous. We'll get this little buzzing bee back into the pits, and we'll jump into another car and give it a go. All right, so we're back, and now we're using the big Ford Falcon. It's a bit of a boat compared to the Allan Moffat RX-8. Oh, it doesn't sound nice though. Bag it up coming out of the pits. Oh, you can feel it in the steering wheel too, just how big it is. No such torque problems with the big Falcon. Feels like a boat though. Especially compared to the more modern race cars that that I usually drive with, whether it be the GT3s or the supercars. She feels like a boat. Holy hell. But when you put the foot down, you can feel it through the force feedback trying to fight against you. And there's that speed. Big Ford V8. Whoa, sideways through turn one. We make the first gear for the hairpin. Oh, very sideways, just in the middle of the corner. Short shift into second. It's really like driving on eggshells compared to newer cars. The car fights you. Doesn't quite want to turn. Doesn't quite want to sit on the track when you pick the throttle up. Oh, big lock up into the hairpin. Oh, that takes some getting used to. It really is balancing the brakes. Now we did a 148 in the Mazda, 145 in the Falcon. I don't think that's a reflection on the Mazda. I think that's just me adapting to these older cars. Give it a bootful as we come out of there. Back to second gear for the right-hander. Got the apex a little bit better that time. Briefly full throttle. Back on the brakes for the left-hander. Back on full throttle. On the brakes over the hill. Even that still seemed to be a little bit deep. Little bit of track sacrifice so that we don't end up too close to the turn-in point for the hairpin. This has been a pretty good lap. Hear it chirping the brakes in the background there. Patience, patience, patience. Full throttle. How do we go? We're going to give it 2 laps just because this is pretty good. A 143.0. Big Falcon. Big Falcon, it's like a boat. Alright, so that was pretty good. Yeah, once again, that corner leading into the back of Corporate Hill, I always struggle with it, even in the better race cars. So let's bring the big Falcon into pit lane now. and we'll swap to one of the other cars. So the next car that we're going to jump into is Dick Johnson's True Blue Ford Falcon. This is the XD, I believe. I'm not a huge Ford aficionado, but I'm pretty sure this is the XD. Oh, nice low seating position in this one. Again, a very powerful engine note. Oh, this is very low. Whoa, where's the exit of the corner? Bro, we're all the way out in the sand trap. Bloody hell. There we go. That's a bit better. It's not bad. Okay, so as far as race cars go, it does feel a lot tighter than the XB I think we were just in, possibly the XC, I'm not sure. But it does feel like a much tighter race car. Always patience in the last turn at Eastern Creek. You think you can get on the throttle a lot earlier than you really can. Oh yeah. Much nicer than the other Falcon. I apologise to the Ford fans out there that I don't know off by heart what model that last one was. But this is a much tighter race car. Doesn't feel as big, and it feels far more planted. Give it a bootful coming out of the hairpin. This should be a pretty quick time. So 44.5. So a little bit slower than my second lap in the XB, I'm pretty sure it was. I'll double check that. Let's just see if we can improve. Nope. We bin it at the last corner. It's all right. I said it feels a little bit tighter than the big XB, I think it was, or XC. But maybe a little bit more understeery. Just a fraction more understeery, I think. Alrighty. What we've got here is an A9X Torana. This is the Peterbrock Jim Richards, I should say, Bathurst winner, Marlboro Holden dealer team. There is another skin that comes with it, but if you're going to do an A9X Torana, you've got to go with the Holden dealer team, don't you? Oh, that's a nice sounding engine. Excellent. Yeah, you gotta love it. That is a great engine sound. Bag it up and come out of pit lane, spinning the wheels, balancing the throttle. So far the brakes on this one feel the nicest. So I'm not getting a lot of brake lock, which is good. Feels nice in the rear end as well. So it's not a case of, you know, standing on the throttle and then fighting the rear of the car. Which, you know, by all accounts, I haven't driven one, but my dad and my uncles and even my mum were well into the Toranas back in the day. And they were, by all accounts, a fantastic little race car. It's quite a nimble little car, smaller than the two Falcons. So I just drop a wheel off into the dirt there. So far though, within the confines of the mod, it's the car that I've got the most confidence with. So let's see what the mighty Torana can do. So 43.9. See what the mighty Torana can do without me stuffing up. As I stuff up big time. Well, we were about 3-4 tenths up before I binned it. So that'll do. Because we've got one more car to have a look at. And we're in a race against the clock at the moment to get this finished before the Supercars race starts. Which is shaping up to be a really interesting race. Scott McLaughlin put the Mustang on pole, which is always a good start. And Chaz Mostert, 4th. So that makes me quite happy. Anytime a Walkinshaw Andretti United car is up the front, I'm a happy man. Let's check out the last of the Group C cars that I want to have a look at. And so here it is, the final Group C car in the mod. The Holden dealer team, Marlboro Holden dealer team, I should say, VH Commodore of Brock and Perkins. Again, another Bathurst winner and another absolute classic. Honestly, I'm hoping that the big VK makes its way in. But we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Again, very nice engine tone. Now, knowing the pedigree of this car, I'm expecting it to be the best to drive out of all the Group C cars. But we'll just have to wait and see. Group C really was, I think, the pinnacle in Australian touring car racing. It did get a bit out of control with cars that started to become more like sports sedans than touring cars. But it was still an excellent period of engineering within Australia. A lot of manufacturers competing. And some really iconic racetracks. Let's turn the headlights on the big VH and see how we go. Bit sketchy under brakes there. That's all right, that's how these old muscle cars are. Oh, sideways. Sideways again, but controllable. Really controllable. use all the road, leave it in second gear, little tap on the brake. Oh, we're sideways again. Oh, lock the rears. So the car's got that very typical 80s muscle car feel to it. It's really taily on turn in. We did a 44.2 though, so a little bit wide of the mark, but that's okay. So I'm pretty sure the best I did prior was a 43 flat. I'll probably be proven wrong, but oh, we've done it again. That's all right, this time it was a little bit more controllable. Oh, two wheels. Couple of stabs at the throttle through there. And that was a 43.6. Whoa! Impromptu donut because the rear tyres are utterly cooked. Overall, this car, whoa, yeah, the rear tyres are still pretty bad. Overall, the car's not too bad. I have to really nurse it around the track here now. Wonder if I can take the cut through. I can. Awesome. That'll get me back to the pits a little bit sooner. Yeah, overall, excellent. The mod's fantastic. Once again, just like when I did the Group A one, I'll need to do a little bit more time in the cars to really find the maximum. Would probably help if I wasn't using a GT3 steering wheel as well. Like maybe if I got a proper touring car steering wheel, that might help. Just especially with the slide, you know, like the bigger steering wheel usually a little bit better for the slide. Overall, I think the Falcon was the fastest. Yeah, we'll just have to have a look at that. So, yeah, overall, Doesn't it look pretty on the track? Overall, the mod's fantastic. The cars feel like 80s touring cars. They're heavy. They're sketchy on the brakes. There's not a lot of downforce on them. They slide a lot. So you got to do a lot to sort of keep the car under control, which I'm okay with. I quite like that. This will definitely be another mod that I'll be talking to the guys over at Go Race Promotions about. We were looking at doing a couple of special events with the Group A mod. I think it would be cool to combine Group A and Group C into one race, if we can get enough people, that is, to jump online and have a go. Be cool to have the dual classes. I don't know what I prefer. The VL Commodore, the big Walkinshaw. I was a big fan of that when I did the Group C. But I think that the VH is a lot of fun to drive, and I think the Torana was a lot of fun to drive. I really enjoyed both of the Holden Group Cs. I enjoyed all the Group Cs, to be honest. Being a Holden fan, though, of course, I've got to have my favourite as either the Commodore or the Torana. Both of them are just such iconic cars, and this one in particular has just got such a stance to it with the flared guards and the little lip spoilers and everything. So I don't know. I don't know if I'd race Group C or Group A. Be a tough one. But yeah, so that'll do for this video, I think. God, it's a beautiful car. That'll do for this video, guys. Yeah, check me out on Twitch. I'm over on Twitch now. I do a lot of live streaming over there. Pretty much live stream all the sim racing that I'm doing, as well as all the pit antics with Armour 3 and Warframe and all that kind of stuff. So go check me out on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/Kaiser61. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Catch us later.